Oh my god.
That is so cool. In today's video, I've got something bigger, sharper and cheaper than the Leica Sofort 2, if you know that camera. Hey guys, Matt here from MrLeica.com. Last weekend, me and a group of my awesome patrons met in London for the Photo London event, and one camera that would have been perfect is the Leica Sofort. I wanted a small, compact, fun to use camera around my neck. You can see these are some of the cameras that everybody else was using. My camera of choice was my Leica 1C, which is a stripped back Leica 3 camera, because it's got strap lugs and my 1931 camera doesn't have strap lugs. It was great, but it would have been really cool to have instant photos which I could then pass out to people. I think the Leica Sofort 2 would have been the perfect camera for this event. There was a lot of Leicas walking around, and I think the fact that you can then give instant photos to people once you take them, I think that's really nice, the great thing with instant film. These cameras are not particularly cheap, and you can get a cheaper alternative made by Fuji film. Both cameras will take similar pictures. But today we're talking about something bigger, but still instant film.
It's overdeveloped. Or underdeveloped.
Yeah, it's developed.
In this video, we're going to be looking at a 4x5 instant back from LomoGraflok, and this is going to use Fuji Instax wide film, so giving you much bigger photos than you'll get from, say, the Leica Sofort camera. To use this device, you're going to need the following things. First, a 4x5 camera. I'll talk about this particular camera in a future video. Next, you're going to need a 4x5 lens to go on your 4x5 camera. Now, not all lenses are suitable for this particular bit of kit, so I will mention that as we get into the video. But for now, just think of it in terms of camera plus lens plus a tripod. You're then going to need the LomoGraflok back, which comes with a spacer. You need to fit the spacer between your ground glass and the camera back itself. If you accidentally focus via the ground glass and don't add a spacer, your film plane is no longer in the right place, because the way the film back works is the film plane is further back than it would normally be if using just the ground glass. So make sure you do use the spacer to get sharp images when you then use the LomoGraflok 4x5 back. Once the camera's all set up, you obviously need a subject, and then it's pretty much let the fun commence. That's it. You're doing hair and makeup.
Thomas, you still have to go a little bit backwards, because I'm not sure if this is perfect. Ah, here we are.
You good?
Here we are. Yeah, don't move, Thomas, okay?
That's to cock it.
Alright, it's cocked.
So you normally do test shot first, so it won't fire when that's open, so close it.
Looks like it's fired.
Yeah. So then that's okay. So now you can open it now to focus. Yeah, so spacer out first. Yep.
Yeah.
So yep.
Yeah, take off this.
Yep.
Don't
Yeah.
drop it.
Wait, before we take our picture, we obviously need to load some film. So the LomoGraflok 4x5 back accepts the Fuji Instax wide film. This is a cartridge of 10 pictures, and you literally open the cartridge and do yellow dot to yellow dot. Shut the door. You then need to turn the back on and fire the blank plastic sheet first before you can actually take your first picture. So you'll see a black sheet come out, as you can see there. Now we're ready to go. Like logo side up, yeah. And then you just put it in the middle, then there's a slider on both sides, so you have to click in to hold it tight. That's it. These. This is the same as on yours. Just make sure it's down to the line and make sure it's tight. Yeah, it's down to there. It's not really sliding in, especially push it down to there, then it's a clip on there.
Ah, okay, I get it.
And then we're good.
Good to go.
Yeah.
Okay, we're just gonna try it.
Right, cock the shutter.
It's cocked?
Make sure it, have a look, check the lens is closed. Which it won't be because you just focus.
It's cocked.
Wait, lift the dark side up.
Put this up?
Yep.
Dark slide up.
And then
Got your pole.
so that's gonna let the light in, and then say 1, 2, 3 and press that.
1, 2. Got it.
Got it! Woo!
Right, you still got to print it. So now you need to dark side in. Otherwise it cooks the film, as I found myself. It's like, no! And the front's okay now. And then you have to take the back off, because otherwise the print hits this. So pop the slides. It's a bit fiddly.
Polaroid?
Okay, then on the top there's a button, not the one with red, the other one. And then watch your fingers because it's going to come out here.
Oh, okay.
What do you want?
There you go.
Here we are. Thomas, this will be your picture, hopefully.
Thank you so much.
I forgot the dark slide.
Yeah, now we wait.
Wait for
No.
sorry.
Not too long.
2 minutes.
Yeah, less than a
2
minute.
minutes.
You'll see it after about 15 seconds.
It will come.
That looks
As
pretty
that comes
good.
through, yeah.
That looks pretty good.
Oh my god. That is so cool. It's coming. Great pose.
That's what it looks like
Oh
finished.
my god, it's so beautiful.
You look
Your
like
hair.
a viking.
Yeah, and your hair.
I try my best.
Yeah, that's how we're entertaining ourselves today.
I think you're doing well.
That's good because the eye is really focused. See his eye?
Oh yeah. Wow. But the lens is open, so you cook the thing, you cook the film. So you have to close the lens first. No, it's okay, we've not listed the dark side yet.
Ooh.
So do a test, test fire.
Test fire.
Yep,
Good.
and then we recock it now.
Okay.
Now lift the dark slide.
Do I have to reopen the lens?
No. And count Thomas down.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so despite all the fun, this is not a perfect item. Let me explain. So first of all, it's quite bulky. As you can see, you've got the spacer, the back, and obviously you need to carry a pack of film as well. So it does add quite a bit of space to your bag. You can see a close up. The second problem with this device is the spacer. So because the spacer moves the film plane backwards, you can't then use wide lenses that you'd normally use. So I can't use my 75mm and my 90mm, for example. In this clip, you can see the depth of the spacer and how you have to fit it between the ground glass and the camera itself. My third complaint is that the device takes 4 AA batteries, and I know those are easy to get hold of, but it adds quite a bit of weight to the device, and I'd much rather have like a mechanical crank that you might see on other Instax backs made for things like the Hasselblad and the Mamiya Aussie 67. The fourth complaint is sometimes you turn the film back on and it just starts spitting out all your fresh film, and obviously it exposes and it's ruined as soon as it does so. So you just have to turn it off as fast as possible. This luckily only happened once. My fifth complaint is due to the design of the 4x5 film back. When it spits the film out, it hits the side of your camera and just crumples up the picture, as you can see there. Now the problem with this is it means the chemical doesn't spread evenly across the picture, even though it looks okay at first glance. When the film is fully finished processing, if you take a closer look, there's all kind of developing marks across the near side edge, as you can see on both this photo and the other photo next to it. My sixth complaint will only impact people that use vintage lenses. So as you know, normally the soft bit of lenses is at the edges and the vignetting is also at the edges with the sharpest point in the centre. Now the LomoGraflok 4x5 back is off centre, which means you can have the bottom right hand corner heavier vignetted and the top left hand corner sharper. As mentioned, this is more of a problem with vintage lenses, especially shot wide open, and it's less of an issue if you're using modern lenses or with your lenses stopped down. Despite this list of complaints, I do feel that the LomoGraflok back is still excellent value for money, and you can buy it brand new for only £135. Obviously you still need to buy film for this as well before you can actually take any pictures, but I do find if you buy the 20 packs of film on say something like Amazon, I can put a link below, they seem to be the best value for money. One bonus complaint, I always have to try to include a bonus. My bonus complaint is the film itself. Now Fuji Instax film has got limited dynamic range, so I don't feel it gives as pleasing images as you can get from say Polaroid 600 film or perhaps the discontinued Fuji FP films. We'll talk more about this in a future video. Knowing the limited dynamic range and due to the fact that we were shooting in sunny conditions, we tried to stand our subject out of the sun. However, sometimes it took so long to set the camera up and focus, as you can see the sun had moved around, so then our subject was back in the sun again. If like me you shoot with a 4x5 camera, you'll know that the 4x5 colour sheet film is not cheap. With that in mind, Fuji Instax colour wide film is actually one of the cheapest ways to shoot colour film with your 4x5 camera. I thought I'd put this to the test, so I headed to the UK coast. This is the Norfolk coast in the UK, to try to take some kind of normal photos with the 4x5 camera and the Fuji Instax back. One nice feature is the back does have a dark side lock, so until you move that to the red, you can't take out the dark slide, so you can't accidentally expose your film. Knowing that Fuji Instax wide film likes low contrast conditions, I shot after dark in kind of blue hour, and I found some neon signs and I asked the local cinema to turn the sign on, and here's me focusing up to try to get my shot. It wasn't a particularly easy shot with my camera set up halfway in the middle of the street, and it does look lighter in the scene than it actually was in real life, but here are the photos. So as you can see, I shot quite a bit of Fuji Instax wide over, I think it was 2 days. And I messed up so many pictures. You can see that one's got a light leak where I half took the back off, and yeah, various things go wrong when you shoot with 4x5 cameras. That being said, a few of them were reasonably well exposed, and it is definitely possible to get half decent pictures with this film if you find the right conditions. These ones are obviously the wrong conditions, and you can see the highlights are completely lost, even though I've got some shadow detail. Now, the biggest advantage of using the LomoGraflok 4x5 back instead of a Leica Sofort 2 camera is of course the film size. The Sofort takes Instax mini film, as you can see on the left, where on the right you've got Fuji Instax wide film. The mini film is 50% smaller and it's like credit card size, even though the price of both sets of film are reasonably similar. For me, I'd rather have film twice as big and have twice as much kind of detail in these kind of lo-fi images anyway. For that reason, I enjoy the 4x5 rather than the Instax Mini setup. This is one takeaway that I can give you from making this video. It is that physical prints that you can hold in your hand are fun, and I don't think we do that often enough as photographers. One of my goals for 2024 is to print my images more and then share my images more with my friends and family. I've got a full video to come on this because you don't necessarily need to use Fuji Instax film or 4x5 cameras.
Wow.
This was me surprising some of my patrons with a few prints when we met up in London last weekend.
Oh, that's me. That's so cool.
It's nice to meet you guys.
Yeah, you are very cool people.
You
I
made
will
our day
find
so
you on
memorable.
YouTube.
Thanks.
Love you too.
Nice to meet you. Bye. Bye.
Thank you.
Follow him on Instagram.
If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, and as always, a huge thanks to my amazing patrons.